good is he? Men's singles Sunday at Wimbledon. Then Roger Federer silenced his critics who labelled him a spent force just a short while ago. The Swiss master not only claimed his record-equalling 7th Wimbledon title, but also regained his #1 ranking after 2 years, and to match Pete Sampras' record of 286 weeks as numero uno. The two men who walked out on centre court seemed similar in disposition, cool, calm, collected. Royalty, sporting and showbiz figures, and even politicians excited by the prospect. Andy Murray enjoyed a great start as well, breaking Federer in the first game. Welcome to Wimbledon, Roger. Although the world #4 gave away that lead, he did carry that initial momentum forward to win his first ever set in his 4th Slam final. In the second, though, Andy Murray heaped pressure on Federer, but neither player managed to break until game 12. And this time, the 6-time champion converted the one opportunity that came his way to level things out at 1 set apiece. Set 3 then, game 6, that would prove crucial there, lasted some 20 minutes and included 10 deuces and 6 break opportunities. Andy Murray failing to hold his serve as Roger Federer prevailed for a 4-2 lead. 2 games later, the 16-time Grand Slam winner would serve out the set with an ace. In the 4th set, then, Federer's tennis was a thing of beauty, finishing off points with lethal winners coming in a second. Check out that backhand in game 5 of what turned out to be the deciding set. And finally then, the moment of reckoning, Federer converting the 2nd match point, handing him Wimbledon title #7, Slam #17. Cue more tears from Roger.
So what was this day like? What were the butterflies like, even though you'd been through it so many times?
I wasn't actually crazy nervous, you know, looking ahead of the finals. I mean, I didn't eat well at lunch, to be quite honest. I mean, so I was somewhat nervous. But when walking out, I had a clear game plan. I knew what I wanted to do and kind of what to expect from Murray.
You said a wonderful thing at the center court ceremony at the end, that you think Andy will win a Grand Slam, if not more, someday down the line. What did you see on the other side of the net today? Because you've played him 3 times in finals before. What did you see today that gives you the belief he's going to get there someday?
I mean, he's improving, and that's what's most important right now for him, I think. Obviously, along the way, you want to win titles, and that's what he's doing. And I hope he sees it in a positive way, that this is not the end of something that could have been great, but that it's actually the beginning of, hopefully, an incredible journey for him.
I had a grin when I heard you say, get back my #1 ranking. Did you feel like while Djokovic and Nadal had it, that was still yours and rightfully taking it back with this win here today?
No, not really. I mean, I know how hard it is to be world #1, how hard it is to get to world #1. I felt it this time around, that I do respect every world #1 that's been there when I wasn't. And I was so close of Pete's record, who is such a hero of mine, you know, so now that I can equal his great record is quite extraordinary.
Roger Federer, he turns 31 next month, making him the oldest player after Andre Agassi to hold the #1 ranking. In terms of career Grand Slam titles, Federer has also extended his lead at the top of the all-time list to 17. He is 3 ahead of Sampras. His nearest active competitor is Rafael Nadal with 11 titles, so still some way for Nadal to go.
Post-finals, a chance for the players to let their hair down, ditching all whites for frocks and black tie glamour at the Champions Ball in central London. Federer doing his best James Bond impression in a tux as media jostle to snap even, arguably the greatest tennis player ever. Federer's partner at the ball was ladies champion Serena Williams, a lady who is also in her 30s, a multiple Grand Slam winner, and like the Swiss master, was also written off after a serious illness of late. She also secured the doubles title alongside sister Venus.
Meanwhile, Leander Paes and his mixed doubles partner Elena Vesnina had to settle for second best after losing a tight final to Mike Bryan and Lisa Raymond. But it was a creditable performance by Paes following an unsettling build-up to Wimbledon caused by the Indian Olympic selection fiasco. Paes and Vesnina had a less than ideal start. The 4th seeds were broken in the 6th game, and they went on to lose the opening set 6-3. The second-seeded Americans led 4-2 in the second before Paes and Vesnina carved out a break of their own to level the set at 5 apiece.
It's in! Miss Vesnina. They deserve it. And It's Mike Bryan's serve they broke to keep in this.
12th game and the all-important game. Break and set point for the Indo-Russian pair. And they did it. Peys and Vesnina leveling the match. Both pairs had a nervous start to the third, which saw them trade breaks. First were Peys and Vesnina, who dropped their serve in an error-strewn first game. Then it was Bryan and Raymond's turn to return the favour in the fourth. 4-all in the third, just when it seemed that Peys and Vesnina were en route to bagging their first mixed doubles Grand Slam trophy together. Their American opponents turned the tables. They broke back in the seventh before closing out the match in just over 2 hours.